Well, it's been a long time coming for Greeley-Evans Transit, but there is a brand new regional transit facility. Beautiful building you're seeing right behind us now. And with us today we have Will Jones, Transit Manager with the City of Greeley, to talk a little bit about this brand new facility and some of the things going on with Greeley-Evans Transit. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, behind us we have the gorgeous new regional transit facility, and you guys have a celebration on September 8th with the ribbon cutting ceremony. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be September 8th, starting at 4 o'clock. Not your typical ribbon cutting. We're actually driving a bus through a ribbon, so completely safe. But not your usual ribbon cutting, so we'll do that in coordination with the Billy Martinez events. So we'll be actually running a shuttle from the Billy Martinez neighborhood event over here, and it'll go from 4 until 6:30 that night.
Excellent. So if you haven't got a chance to see this building, a chance to see all the ins and outs of it, again, that's September 8th from starting at 4 o'clock, and then you can join in the Billy Martinez neighborhood party after that as well. So now tell us a little bit about this facility, because the old transit facility was much smaller, had a lot less to offer than this one. What are some of the key features of this one?
Yeah, definitely. So 2-3 years ago, it used to be downtown with redevelopment in the new hotel. We found a temporary location at Hoshico Park, just a little stone's throw away from here, with the long-term goal of moving here. Unfortunately, funding was always an issue, but we worked very thankful to CDOT for their help, and they came through with grant funding, covered about 80% of the cost for this project. Total construction cost about $3.5 million or so, and so it beautiful facility facilitates not only our transportation needs today, but also regional routes down the road as well.
So there's a lot of parking here too. We're sitting in the parking lot here. How many parking spaces do you have for people to come park while they ride?
60. So yeah. 60
spaces, and of course there's bike racks as well. And the lobby inside, what kind of seating arrangement and amenities are there in there?
Yeah, there's vending machines, restrooms, as well as seating for 24. So it's air conditioned, which is a nice improvement over what we had before. Along those lines, and customers and drivers are really loving it. It's great. It's getting used a lot every day. Case in point, we actually had a ridership breaking day, or record-breaking day yesterday. Transported 3,524 people yesterday on our buses. So the new ones are filling up. So
it's a lot of people riding those buses.
Yes, it is.
And speaking of that, because people hear that number, I mean, in the grand scheme of things of what this facility is, $3.4 million is not a huge amount, but people hear that number and it sounds like a lot. But you look at some of the numbers you guys have of ridership increases over the past years, and you need it basically.
Yeah, and not only for here today, it's going to facilitate us for a long time. Part of that is, we're looking at right now, ridership's up 13% over last year. And we're projected to be close to almost 750,000 rides for the year. So, and then long term, we're also looking at doing a route, or we are doing a route study on a route to Fort Collins through Windsor. So this would be able to facilitate that as well. And
it's a great location where it needs to get around town. They can come here. You're right by Island Grove, right close to downtown. I mean, it couldn't be a better location.
Definitely. So we're excited to be here and part of the neighborhood as well.
And aside from the facility itself, there's also a lot of new buses people see around, the new CNG buses, the big ones. Can you tell us a little about some of those?
Yes. Yeah, so those we replaced, got 4 more of those this year, so we got a total of 6 of those. They're 35-foot buses, so they're 5 feet longer than their older style buses. They're heavy-duty, low-floor buses, so they last twice as long, less stairs, a lot more accessible for passengers, elderly, disabled, and so on and so forth. They ride better, so much better. And you go from seating capacity of 21 to 31, 23 to 31. So there's some huge benefits there from capacity, because believe it or not, those new buses actually fill up every day. Yesterday we had 21 times our buses were standing room only or at capacity, which means that we couldn't get anybody else on the bus. So.
And these buses are absolutely amazing. I mean, you stand inside one, and if you're like me, you think back to those old summer camp movie buses that are just about falling apart, and these things are state-of-the-art, top of the notch. I mean,
definitely. They've got 8 security cameras on them. They got GPS on them, so passengers can download apps, see where the bus is. We've got automatic vehicle enunciators, and which enunciate stops for folks that are maybe visually impaired. Automatic passenger counter, so we can determine what are our busy stops, so for planning purposes and whatnot. So they're light years ahead of what we've had. So, and we've got 4 more coming next year, so we're excited about those, and they're actually 5 feet longer than the current ones. So. And
the natural gas also has some environmental benefits, and these actually last longer than the previous buses?
Definitely. So environmental benefits are there. The new engines on the 4 that we'll get next year are actually near zero engines, and so the emissions coming out of those are much cleaner than even the new CNGs that we have now. So.
Excellent. Well, let's say Greeley-Evans Transit. Look like you guys are definitely stepping into the future
Yes,
with all
yeah.
both feet, it looks like.
Definitely appreciate all the support and the ridership and everybody using our system. So, and our drivers by all means, because they're a huge part of this. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Will.
Appreciate it.
Brand new regional transit center here for Greeley-Evans Transit. If you haven't seen it for yourself, it's at 101 11th Avenue. You can come down for that ribbon cutting on September 8th, or anytime you need to ride the bus. You can get schedules and more details about it at greelyevanstransit.com.